And now, Dental Bites, with the dental hygienists of Dental Post.
Hi, Ali, Amanda, and Kim. Hey, can I ask you guys a question about some information that's coming out about different products, especially this thing called sustainable products? I've heard this term used a lot just within Oregon, right? I'm in Oregon. We're very granola out here, and everything is sustainable. But when we're talking about products in dentistry, what is a sustainable product that we use in dentistry? What are your thoughts? Fill me in. Well, educate me.
The first one that comes to my mind that I hear the most is like bamboo toothbrushes. So getting away from the plastic toothbrushes galore. I give plastic toothbrushes at least 8 times a day to patients. Do they use them? I don't know. Half the time they probably don't because they have Sonicares or Oral-B's. So when I think of, sustainable product, that's the first one that comes to my mind. There's bamboo is recyclable, right? It's not recyclable, but it's decomposable, I guess, or landfill happy.
I was going to say the same thing, Ali, with the bamboo toothbrushes. And I think I've seen flossers now too that are biodegradable, because we know those flossers are obviously plastic. And I don't know about you guys, but you go to the grocery store, you see them on the ground.
Why? Right. I mean, seriously. The amount of those that I see on the ground, that many people are not flossing. I have to say, that is different.
They're using it to dig out stuff from their shoes. That's how they're doing. They're like, how can I pick this out of my shoes?
But it would be better if they were compostable or the
yes, or in the trash.
Yes, I've actually seen even now. I recently saw an HVE tube, that's biodegradable, and I've seen air water syringe tips that are biodegradable.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I think though more than simply biodegradable is also, when we talk sustainability, is also about the company itself. So there are companies out there that work really hard to reduce their carbon footprint. Mm-hmm. So they do things through how they manufacture, they do things through how they source products, and things like that. So I think those are also things to consider because not everything we do can be, necessarily sustainable. And I got to tell you, I mean, calling out the elephant in the room, in dentistry, we create a lot of waste, but with infection control, unfortunately, to create a safe environment, often there is a lot of waste associated with that because, we're barriering things. Like we have a choice. You can put a plastic barrier on it, which if you're, really into eco-friendly, sustainable stuff, you're like, don't use the plastic barrier.
Well, or you could use caustic chemicals.
Right. That's my flip side, Tina. 100%. Like you're like, okay. Or am I using caustic chemicals, which then degrade my equipment, which then means I'm buying equipment more often. So what is the plus or what is the minus? And so I'm seeing some of these, particularly you speak of chemicals, I'm seeing some of these disinfectants coming on the market lately that are supposed to be, more eco-friendly or earth-friendly. But as I really dive into them, where I'm super compelled by them, I would love for us to have some less caustic chemicals. Like, I don't think we think enough about the stuff that we touch every day, particularly like, did you really put on your heavy-duty gloves? Because I know. I know. So some of these products are coming out, but some of these products aren't they don't have the EPA registration that they need to have. So if you are using one of these, disinfectants that maybe is a little friendlier, ensure that it's on both list B, which is our tuberculosis list for the EPA, and list S, which is our bloodborne pathogens list for the EPA, which is Hep B and HIV. And if it's not on both of those lists, if it's not on list B and list S, I like to say it's BS. But then some of them are on both those lists, but then you go and look at the kill time, and it's a 10-minute kill time. And I don't know about you guys.
And that's not sustainable time. We can't do that.
No.
So yeah.
You can't do that. So I have high hopes that at some point we're going to get there, but I want you, that one really important thing to look at is making sure that the product that you're choosing, that you can still use it. And then the other flip side, another one, I'm going to keep flipping pages, is some of these things that are more eco-friendly are more expensive. And I don't know about you, but I have a very hard time, getting the dentist to agree to, new instruments, let alone like, well, can we spend more on this HVE tip because
Right.
And, like, no, we can't.
Right.
I don't know. Well, and aren't there back to like the products that we give our patients? We're seeing that even within like the toothpaste tubes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or companies are coming out with a tooth powder that you add your own water to, right?
Good.
So it's in a glass or something like that, right?
Yeah.
To be a little more environmentally friendly within the container.
But what if we like? I worked for an office that didn't even regularly give out toothbrushes because our patients had power toothbrushes. Or I've talked to people that their offices are giving out the power heads, which
that is such a good idea.
I mean,
need to do that.
You buy those in bulk and then you ask the patient, okay, which one are you using? And you give them the proper head. Yes, that does cost more money, but man, that's some, I don't know. That's a huge value builder as opposed to the toothbrush that goes in the pile for when somebody forgets their toothbrush and they come to your house.
Okay, so I have this question for you guys.
Yeah.
So if we're thinking sustainability, and I've had these patients to say, well, it's battery operated, it's rechargeable. So what am I supposed to do with it when it dies? Now it goes into some landfill or something like that. So again, what is the flip side?
Wow, they're tough in Oregon.
Yeah, like I said, we're granola.
I mean, when I lived in Europe,
no advice. I have no idea.
When I lived in Europe, they had these cans at the grocery store that you could put small appliances in, and then those small appliances would then be recycled properly.
Yeah.
So,
So then we not only educate our patients on their oral hygiene,
right?
We're also can educate them on proper disposal of their hygiene devices.
Tina, I didn't go to the bathroom for 7 patients. I do not have time to educate them on proper disposal of their toothbrush.
I agree.
Oh. Yeah, so we can try to take a bite out of the environmental impact of our dentistry, but I've at least enjoyed this bite of dentistry to chat with you guys.
And I would love to know if anyone listening is doing anything towards sustainability in their practice. So let us know, because I'm always curious to hear what others are doing out there.
Absolutely. Thanks, friends. Goodbye.
Bye.